Hello campers, I am your host Cryptid. I welcome you back to the cabin and invite you. Please take a seat by the fire and allow me to share a tale with you from olden times. Now, before we get started, I do implore you to ignore the screams of the damned and the howls of pains from the depths below of hell. It was a whole situation. I don't really want to get into it right now, but worry not. The situation is well under control. Sit, enjoy your cup of tea, and take a moment. I need to fix my hat. Thank you. So, this tale is called Music of Hell. Let's begin. There is a large hue of a fiery orange and scorching red that fills the area around us. Chained to the walls, they cry out in agony, each one having done something to upset the wrath of God. Some skewered on metallic spikes that pierce their flesh, bones popping out, metal prodding through skin where it should be intact, others bound to the walls of flesh and molten rock, forever screaming. Watched and laughed at by the surrounding entities of this most vile place as they carry out their lashings of their whips that could be heard echoing out into the plumes of smoke that rise from the many layers of hell, followed by cries for mercy. No tears can be shed as it is too hot. No water, for that adds to your sensing. Body parts lay before my pillar as I hang above. By iron chains, my flesh seared from the heat. Screaming and pleading are heard everywhere. They bounce off the walls in a constant competition to see who can plead the loudest. Worthless pleas met by harsher treatment. I too crack and join them as I feel my joints and bones crack from hanging for so long. I do not know how long it has been. I have forgotten from a long time ago. All the empty and wicked souls cry out in song to form an unholy chorus of misery and suffering. The instruments of whips, demonic screeches, torture tools, rattling bindings support this chorus of the damned. The hellish musical has just begun. So I hope you guys enjoyed that poem. This one I had written back in October, like I had said before. The reason I titled it Music of Hell was obviously towards the ending. It was obviously stated was for the ambiance of the whole poem I wanted to set while reading it. Was that during this whole time they're screaming, because yes, they're in hell being tortured, but I leave it ambiguous as for how long. And with the character that's presented, you have no name, no gender, no background information, no reason why they're there. Only stated is that they have upset the god above, and that could be for a multitude of reasons. The whole idea for that is not a shot at Christianity or Catholicism, but more of just a spin on the classic interpretation of hell, whether it be from, well, mostly from Christianity and Catholicism, but I know D&D, for example, takes that and plays with it, adding species to it, and other characters and other entities in it. This I leave ambiguous, and there's also inspiration, obviously drawn from Catholicism, some D&D stuff, but more, there was a movie I had watched called Event Horizon. I forgot who the director was, but I will post the details about it when I look it up after. This was one of my favorite horror movies growing up, and I do plan on maybe doing a review sometime soon of it, but they had a lot of good actors. They had the guy who played Dr. Grant, Jurassic Park 1 and then 3. There was also, I keep forgetting the guy's name, but he was in The Matrix, the black gentleman, offers, I think Neo, the guy's Neo, he offers him the pills, offers the pills to Neo. You know, the red and the blue. That gentleman, he was also in Predators, but that movie really stood out to me because they take a concept of hell and make it this dimension where torture happens, and we always view it as a place of fire and people being tortured and just pure suffering. And there's even been said that there's different layers for different sins. Match also the seven deadly sins have different demons that are representations of that, a physical embodiment of each sin. And even also Hellraiser, if you've seen the movie and read the comics, or even just familiar with the character Pinhead and the Cenobites, that was this and Event Horizon were the main inspirations I had for this poem, because I just wanted to write a fun tale for around Halloween. I enjoy writing some darker stories with this kind of stuff because it just stands out. It's not your normal poem, it's not really a message to be had, it's more of a story formatted into a poem. That's really what this is. So there's no real deeper meaning behind it, just sharing a little more insight to a different style I was drawing. Again, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and I'm gonna go take care of the portal I had opened before, so you'll hear back from me soon. Worry not, I know what I'm doing with this one. This is just a little bit of a mess I can handle. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please, if you want to finish your tea by the fire, I encourage you to stay for the night. I'll be moseying around taking care of other things, so I'll see you travelers in the next one. Goodbye, my campers.
Oh no! It's happening again!